What's up, you beautiful bastards? I'm Christopher Circle of Geekdom.
I'm Shaun.
Oh my god, and we're doing another YouTube video!
That's right. I think this is what, our second?
Yes, this is our second, and this is my third for the day.
Third for the day? Shit.
I did.
I was like, this is the first time our faces are on YouTube.
No, this is my second time, or third time, because I did the Shadowbringers benchmark test, then I did my, oh hey, I'm gonna do YouTube stuff, and now we're doing one.
This, yeah.
Yeah, this is what we look like. Oh my god. This is what we totally
seen Twitch, these are our faces.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
They're used to these sexy voices on the SoundCloud.
They are sexy. They are very sexy voices. So we just watched Detective Pikachu, now.
We did.
Put my sunglasses.
Mid-30s watching a movie about a game that was made for children 25 years ago.
Yeah, and that is actually the longest I've ever spent consecutively doing something Pokemon related.
I can honestly say it is not for me. I played the shit out of Pokemon when I was a kid. Christmas 1995, I got the neon green, kind of like, it's the 90s, so see-through plastic was like the shit, so you could see parts that don't do anything.
Yep.
So I had a lime green see-through Game Boy Pocket, and my brother and I got Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue.
Very good.
I got super nostalgic when the Bulbasaur showed up because I was like, that was my first Pokemon.
Was it really?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
They gave you the option. They're like, you can have Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur, Charizard, or Squirtle, and I was like, fuck that. I'm taking Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
He's got like an onion on his back. He's like a frog thing. I don't know what the
It's
hell
everything. It's all the everything.
It's the best.
Yeah. And I still remember when I was in high school and when Pokemon first came out, and I asked my friends, hey, what do you guys think about this Pokemon thing? And their response was, I fucking hate it. So I was like, okay, yeah, me too. Yeah. And that was it. That's all I needed to hear. I was like, okay, Pokemon is not going to be in my wheelhouse. And yeah, that's been the way since up until, I think I started working at games when Pokemon Gold with a pedometer came out. I bought that one.
Pokemon with a pedometer?
Yeah, it was like Gold and Silver, I think, when they came out for the Game Boy Advance.
Why?
Because you could sync it to your DS, and then every time you were doing steps, your Pokemon would get stronger. So that was a way of leveling them up.
They didn't want fat kids sitting inside playing Pokemon.
They didn't.
They were like, walk around, fatty.
Yep.
And now they have Pokemon Go.
Exactly.
Well, there you go.
You stole my joke. Shit. Fucking hell.
They were sowing the seeds of Pokemon Go right there.
Right.
Next thing you know, they're gonna have the Nintendo Fitbit. That's just Pokemon. It's gonna be the rage monster Pokemon chasing you, and you just have to keep fucking running.
It's the Go Plus, honestly. That's what it is right now. So I picked up that and I played it for maybe half an hour and then stopped. And I just didn't get into it because I think I got stuck in front of a bush, in the very starting area of Gold. And I was like, why can't I get around this bush? Okay, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not going to play this anymore.
It's like Legend of Zelda 2. You have to have something to cut.
Right. So
that was a pain in the ass. Yeah. All of my Pokemon enjoyment was front loaded. I did all of my love of Pokemon. What is it? I guess at this point, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Wait, is that right? No, 95. How long ago was 95?
23 years ago.
What?
Oh, 24 years ago?
Okay, yeah, so 22, 20...
I don't know, man.
21 years ago? Yeah, because I got really into it when it first came out and played it a whole bunch on the Game Boy. I did the cards as well for a little bit. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to other stuff, and then I came back for a little bit again when they had the Pokemon Stadium on the Nintendo 64.
Yep.
And that was about it. And then I downloaded a ROM 3 years ago, and my daughter was born to play Pokemon Yellow just for shits and was it Yellow? No, I picked up Pokemon Yellow when it came out because I was like, oh, cool, you get a Pikachu right off the bat. That's pretty fun. And then I played a ROM 3 years ago for 4 hours, and my daughter was born. But then I was like, yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah, and I did a little bit of Pokemon Go for these little spurts, maybe 20, 30 minutes here, 20, 30 minutes there. But I liked Pokemon Go. I thought it was a neat idea, but it just wasn't really for me.
Yeah, also geography plays a lot into that. Where I live,
yeah,
there's not shit.
Out in New Braunfels, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a damn thing here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of I remember the only Pokemon I could find because I downloaded Pokemon Go actually when I was in the hospital with my daughter when she was born. my first like outing into the real world as a dad was to go to Target, and I had it on. And I was like, oh, cool, there's like a Pidgey or whatever. I was like, that's neat. And then I didn't find shit, and I couldn't figure out how to throw the Pokeball, so I was like, I guess I'm just not destined to be a Pokemon trainer.
You're really not.
And then I had a team, and I was like, I don't know what the hell this is.
Yeah.
Can I be on Team Rocket? I'm going to be on that one. I'm going to be the bad guys.
Exactly. Like, I know who they are. Kind of. But they're not really... Are they bad, or were they just like, we want to be better than you? Like, they're just being competitive.
I just remember from the cartoon that they were incompetent.
Okay. So...
They were... It was like Rocky and Bullwinkle bad. They were so terrible at everything they did.
Nice.
Actually,
I
the
can
cartoon,
relate to that.
You know what? That in the movie they mentioned a thing. There was like an incident with like Mewtwo like 20 years ago, and I'm like, man, 20 years ago, was that when the original Pokemon the movie came out?
No, not quite, because I was 17, so it came out 18 years ago. Because I was working that summer at a movie theater when Pokemon came out. Because I was giving out Mewtwo cards to kids who were going to go see that movie.
Ah, nice. You're like, hey kid, what are you here for? Have this card.
Yeah.
That's like giving kids crack.
It was.
You're like, here, kid, have some heroin. Inject this into your veins.
And I was fine with that.
Tell your parents there's a store over there. Buy all the shit.
Yep. I was perfectly fine being a peddler for that stuff.
Nice.
And when I was working back when it was the old EB Games days too, I sold Pokemon cards. Like I started with this one girl who actually she brought in her own weight to scale, so she would weigh the cards, and because she knew by the gram, these have foils, these don't, and so she'd buy the ones with foils, and I didn't care.
That is an eerie level of dedication.
It is. I thought it was really ingenious, actually.
That's a smart way to do it.
Yep. So.
I remember baseball cards used to have like a really shitty stick of gum in them.
Yeah. I had those.
Yeah.
I tried the gum too. Yeah.
Topps Fleer Ultra. You open it up and there's this fucking disgusting piece of gum, but you're like 8 and you're like, yeah, gum.
Yeah. I'm an adult now. Yeah. I bought baseball cards that came with gum like the pros do. I'm sure that's how I thought as a kid. I think that's how I think now because I don't know sports. You know.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
But
you can just parlay that into esports. You know, you play video games.
I do, but I'm not esports good either. Too. It's still esport.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Detective Pikachu, though?
You know what? I really, really, really liked it. It was it was the right level of nostalgia, and it was just. It was actually exactly like the Vox review I was talking about. Things said where it's. It is kind of like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit of like this time period. Like it's got that same kind of like shtick to it. And I thought it was actually really, really good overall. It was good fun.
Yeah, and we should kind of clarify too. You have kid singular.
I do have kid.
Kid singular. We did not bring anybody of age appropriateness to this film. We just went as 2 30-year-old adults to go see this movie. Yep. And this is how we spent it. This is how we spent our day.
It was a fantastic first date. Yeah. I loved it.
I did too. Like
I bought the tickets. He bought the drinks.
Drinks, I know, right?
We shared the popcorn. I don't know what was in the popcorn. Oh,
look at that. Oh, look at the stretching. Oh, look at the stretching.
That's the move that ropes me in every time.
It does. I enjoyed it. Like, I still, up until watching this, I still stood by Rampage being the best video game adaptation film ever because it was just really fucking stupid.
This might actually be the best video game
This is better.
Movie.
The only reason for me personally I like Rampage better is because I played Rampage. Me having very little to no Pokemon background for it, I think structurally it's a better film. Acting-wise, it's a better film. Everything about it is objectively a better film. It's just since I don't know Pokemon, it was neat. Like, it makes you really want to buy Sword and Shield when they come out, or Shield, I guess.
Yeah, I probably will not buy either one of those things, but I thought it was really neat. I think the only thing that bummed me out is all the new Pokemon they had, because like I was under the impression it was just like the original 151 or whatever, and then you see some of the other ones, and I'm like, okay, there's like 1 or 2 I know. I was like, oh, there's Growlithe, the fucking fire dog. I was like, that's cool, and then I'm like, I don't know who the hell the rest of these are.
Yeah.
I think the best, other than Pikachu in the movie, I think the best Pokemon was probably Cubone at the beginning.
That was cool.
That little guy was pissed off. That was funny.
Yeah. I like the mime one too.
You know what? Yeah, the mime was really good.
The mime bit was really funny.
Yes. If you're not into mimes, it's probably stupid, but it was funny.
Yeah, if you're not into mimes, you're on the wrong fucking channel. I'm just saying that right now. This channel's very pro-mime.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
It is,
We're
sorry.
pro mime. I think the other thing that was really fun is like the movie didn't really take itself super seriously, and I like the jokiness of some of it was very much like almost like slapstick in some parts of it. It was good. I mean, it was entertaining. It wasn't horribly deep. Like, I mean, literally, if you're like a 12, 13-year-old kid watching this movie, it's probably the exact same way that we were when we were kids watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and you're like, oh my god.
The references, yeah.
Yeah, the twist ending and stuff like that. There were some actually really good references. There was one, what was it? Oh, the Home Alone reference was in there.
Yes, there's a Home Alone
good
reference
one.
in there.
That
Who
was a
knew?
really good
I didn't
one.
know. Did you know?
I did not, man.
It's in there. It's totally there.
I was just as surprised. I was like, oh dang.
Yep.
That's classic stuff.
Yep. And
I know we've probably given away some of the spoilers. I don't want to give away like the
this
full
movie's been
ending.
out for like 2 fucking weeks too. 3 maybe even.
Has
now.
it? I don't pay attention to how
Yeah.
much it's been out. It's a good movie.
It is. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
Scoring system, you know.
Like I usually do a 1 to 10 scale for ratings.
Yeah, we need our own like independent scoring system, you know, like unique one. It should be like a prime number, you know, like, you know,
Like-
where is this on a scale of 1 to 7? You
Yeah.
know, how many hats off? I give it 5 hats off.
Like out of all the prime numbers in existence, that's pretty low.